Petroleum seems to be backing up, which is a good sign. Which is fine. Let's see if this is anywhere near done. We're down to micrograms. So we're not far off. Would that work for O2 and water cooling too? Yeah, it does, yeah. Water cooling, not so much. Water cooling's a bit more tricky. There's a lot more mass to water. You know, cooling a puddle of 100 kilos of water, you know, is a lot more energy than cooling 100 kilos of gas, funnily enough. Scyther, good evening, buddy. How's it going? So it does work. It just, you need to do it on a smaller scale, or rather, your conveyor would have to be bigger. Your conveyor would have to be bigger. The way that I envisage it working is a very long, narrow, like one tile deep of water, with a very long conveyor belt going all the way through it. I think it is doable, but it's just, I found that my stuff was heating up far too quickly. Going good, just sitting here solving a Rubik's Cube over and over again. Jeez, are you going for some speed trial or something? I don't think I've ever solved a Rubik's Cube. I don't think I've ever endured a Rubik's Cube enough to solve it in my entire life. That's incredibly sad, actually. I should try and figure. I should make that like a little thing to do. I should do it at least once, shouldn't I? I've never solved a Rubik's Cube. God, my life has meant nothing. Learning the speed back again. Yeah, I've seen people that do it like crazy quick and like they flick the tiles super quick and stuff, but I've never done one. I've always been that chimp that ends up fucking smashing it up and putting the pieces back together. Jeez. God, what a revelation. I've not thought about that before. I've never solved a Rubik's Cube. What the fuck? We'll get rid of you. There we go. You have a speed cube, because I like the look of it on the shelf. I've never solved it. A speed cube. Oh, okay. So it's like a babby Rubik's Cube. Is it just that it spins a lot easier or something? I can't believe I'm looking at fucking Rubik's Cubes, but whatever. A speed cube. Rubik's Cube just spins quickly for pros. Oh, I see. But you don't actually use it. You just look at it. It's just there for the aesthetics. Speed cube has rounded corners, so you can corner cut. Holy shit! You're coming out with the terminologies now as well. Corner cutting. Jesus, it's getting serious. I didn't realise you were a Rubik's pro. What happened here? Oh, I know what happened here. Son of a bitch, we pumped in more water. Fuck my life. Right, let's put another pump down here. I'm driving out of gold. Holy shit. How have I complete... How did that happen? Okay, we'll do a bit of digging up here. I'll learn Rubik's and cello someday. Yeah. I'm gonna buy a Rubik's Cube tonight. Alright? I'll let you know how I get on. Actually, don't do the floor yet. Do the ceiling bit first. Come on. Learn the cello as well, eh? Bit more piss rain up here, no problem. My fastest at one time on a default off-the-shelf Rubik's Cube was 45 seconds. 45 seconds. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. 12 quid at Tesco's. Okay. Yeah, I want to steal a bit of this gold. I didn't realise we'd somehow just instantly ran out of gold. Now we've got 7 tons of it. Okay. Okay. Fuck's sake, Rowan. Takes 45 seconds just to remember how to put pants on. Oh, shit. Piss rain indeed, Camo. But look at all this sweet polluted water. Oh, shit. 5 seconds to put your pants on. I'm the same, mate. I still have to leave the house with 2 legs in one hole. Okay. So, I'm literally just waiting for this, bastard turbine now. Soon. Seriously, what the hell? I need to start holding shift and not being such a noob when I put pipes down and wiring down. But I've always got my pipe in my hand. I'm too lazy. I end up doing a little jiggle dance trying to get the wire back in its home. Let's get rid of all this crap. Piss is sweet, if you say so. It is if you're diabetic, so I've heard. Yeah, I really fucked up with this. As soon as I didn't keep an eye on this, this must have temporarily gone below 0 grams, so it became a vacuum temporarily, and it then pissed in some water before all the CO2 was out of here. The water then got turned into steam, which sucks. So it's going to take a little bit longer. We're going to get this done before the end of the night, I promise. It is going to be done. And I believe it's going to work. I have faith. Warming steam up, like cooking steam, will be will work no problem with the magma. That CO2 was causing a problem because it doesn't transfer temperature very well. So trying to transfer temperature from CO2 to steam is a bit of a no-go. It took 9 minutes to solve it. I learnt it again yesterday. Well, you've been typing as well. Probably do it bloody side quick if you went in Twitch chat. What are you thinking? God, you'll never be the fucking major leagues if you play like that. Christ. What is this? Rubik's Cube for novices? Christ. Okay, that'll do. So this pump will kick on when this one stops, which will be good. I think that's pretty much all the oil we're going to bother collecting, I reckon. I could put a pipe over here and start pumping CO2 in further down here, I suppose, but yeah, I could send this pipe elsewhere. Made a right fucking mess here. I'd like to rescue these slicksters, but I don't know how I can cool down the area enough. Like this floor down here, this granite is 90 odd degrees. I'll put some temperature plates up here. I might as well get rid of this and free this little slickster that we've got trapped in here. Dear Clay, my dupes don't know which way they should go. Please fix. Okay. How are we for other things? We're still not doing very well on coal, which sucks. So we're still using up our coal. Do have some in the generators, just not very much. And these are grams, not kilograms. That is not ideal. Hydrogen. Got no backlog of hydrogen either. Nice. Yeah, this has cooled down too much. Let's increase this to let's see, 30 maybe. And we'll stop our oil from being cooled so much basically. So this pipe will now bypass. Our hydrogen pipe will basically bypass this altogether. Or it'll try to anyway. What was this for again? Don't remember what this was for. But yeah, our oil's basically cooled down to like 20 degrees. I must have set it to 20 degrees ages ago, which is fine. It's good. It's nice that the room is cooled down. This build does work. The only problem is now the oil gets cooled by 14 degrees when it gets picked up by our aqua tuner, which means that the oil in these pipes is coming out at like 5-6 degrees, which is too cold. It's a little bit too cold. So I've just basically turned that off now. So this oil should start heating up, and it'll just bypass this little radiator for now. And as soon as this sensor detects that the oil has gone above 30 degrees, it'll start cooling the oil down again, which is fine. But for now, we're getting oxygen coming into the base like 13 degrees. A little bit too cold, but it's alright. Temperature-wise in the base, it's a nice greeny teal colour, which I'm fine with. That's pretty nice. And I'll definitely do this radiator idea again. I really like it. diamond is starting to warm up a little bit as well, which is good. Just did a speed run, you did it in 3 minutes. Holy shit, that is impressive, buddy. Genuinely. Genuinely impressed. Christ. So is it something you've done since you were a kid or something? Is it something that you've always tried to do? I'd say I don't think I ever owned a Rubik's Cube. I think my mates did, but I don't think I ever owned one. For fuck's sake. There's literally no reason why they should be suffocating. This is crazy. Okay. Who's got low immunity, by the way? Just noticed. Christ. Meep. Oh dear. Not been paying attention. Immune system. Meh. It'll be alright. Do we still have any vitamin chews, I wonder? I bet we've not. I remember getting rid of the apothecary a long time ago. Let's put this down there. I had a Rubik's Cube ages ago when I was a kid. I was never able to solve it. I don't know where it is now. Probably disposed of it somehow over the years. Yeah, I think for a lot of people, Rubik's Cubes normally become paperweights, don't they? I think that is just how it goes. Let's make a few chews. Oh, what is it we need though? We need coal, don't we, for the chews? I know it's the lily stuff, but isn't it coal as well? Fuck. Ah, I don't have any coal. I don't have any coal for the chews. Can we disable you for a minute? Let's disable him and get a bit of delicious coal. Why are they all flooding onto my screen? All my dupes are flooding down here. Is it the same if I go up here? Right, we made a chew. Ren, what are you doing, you son of a bitch? Consumable. Who wants this chew? Meep. Delicious. Ren, you bastard! Ren just fucking wolfed it down. He didn't even need it. It's at 94%. Meep's fucking dying. Eat this. Delicious. So now his immune system 4%. Yeah. He fine. He Gucci. Ah, son of a bitch. Right. We're a vacuum. We're a full vacuum. It has happened. Beautiful. So, let us now get rid of all of this shit. All of this shit. All of this shit. All of that. Okay. And then let's also get rid of you and you. Don't know why you exist. You. 1, 2, 3, 4. You. Okay. Let's try this again. Power. How hot is it over here? It's like 80 odd degrees. It's just a little bit warm over here. I'd like to trap all these slicksters because I generally try to do the whole slickster recovery service. We could maybe try putting in some temp shift plates or something, but the problem is they're gonna shift the temperature of the material they're made out of and then instantly get warmed by the area again. So I don't know how much really they're gonna cool, but we'll see. Is vaping bad for you? It's not good for you, but it's certainly not as bad as smoking. I'm an ex-smoker despite, so it's a lot better for me than cigarettes, put it that way. But yeah, it's not good for you. Anybody that says it's good for you is an idiot. It's just less bad for you than other things. I don't vape, I vape nicotine. I suppose if you didn't vape nicotine, then all you're really doing is putting fluid on your lungs. You can get Legionnaire's disease. Things like that. Pleurisy. Is smoking weed bad though? See, I've got a bit of a misspent youth, so I can never say smoking weed is bad. I don't condone drugs, but I'd certainly say you should try them once. I don't know. No, you see, I used to smoke a lot of weed when I was younger, and a lot of weed. But I found that I all of a sudden couldn't read. I couldn't take in a book without losing my fucking mind. I'd lose where I was up to, and as soon as I realised I couldn't read, I completely stopped smoking weed, basically. So yeah. I wouldn't recommend it to any young minds, put it that way. It does physically change the shape of your brain as well. So, yeah, there is that. It literally physically changes the shape of your brain. That should probably be enough to make you not smoke it. But saying that, every now and again, you know. Your brother went psychotic. I've got a mate that went really weird off it, to be honest. I've also got a mate, unfortunately, we don't speak to him much anymore, but he became a full-blown addict in every sense of the word. He started with weed and then ended up getting heavy on coke and then heroin. Yeah, we don't really speak to him much anymore. I believe he's actually in recovery now, but we lost touch with him a long time ago. So yeah, I have seen all the stereotypes happen, unfortunately. So that's why I'd never endorse it. I'd never recommend it. But truth be told, when I was younger, I did smoke a bit of weed. I was a naughty boy when I was younger. Nowadays, not so much. Suffering with mental problems until this day. Yeah, I remember it was a Panorama thing. In England, we have the show called Panorama, and it's normally like a bit of a whatever's said on Panorama. You know, there's actually been some scientific, you know, research, and it's all been done properly. It's basically an expose sort of show, and it looked into cannabis use. And I'll never forget, there was these images of like cross sections of brains, and they 3D mapped this brain over the course of like 3 years or something of a moderate stoner, and literally the formation of his brain had changed shape. It was very strange. Any oil well builds? Give me new ideas. Anna, oil reservoirs, you mean? Just slap a thing over the top of it, mate. You don't really need to do much. Collect your natural gas and that's it. You don't really need to cool it, they regulate themselves. I normally don't bother, to be honest. We get enough oil just off slicksters and what's in the world as a rule. We've still got shitloads of oil that we've not picked up yet. So I don't normally bother with the reservoirs, they just waste water. Have you been playing Factorio already? No, I've not. I've not started it yet. I've been meaning to speak to Sindane about it. I haven't started yet. We were looking at potentially setting up a server, ideally, which would be very cool. But as soon as we do, Belzano, I'll let you know. Make sure you make sure you're on the Discord, because that's where we discuss this sort of stuff. So if you're not already, I'll give you the link. Yeah, lurk around our Discord server a little bit, and that's where we normally discuss stuff like this. Right, let's leave this here for a minute. Let's turn this back up to like 130. Okay. Let's turn you back down to like 3% or whatever you're meant to be. Okay.